they just had one rainstorm. The whole shed floods, the whole shed. This was dry back here. The whole back has flooded from the retention ditch again because somebody went and breached the retention ditch. And Cindy, who used to live here, said that retention ditch, had it been kept up by the Harrisons, would not have flooded this property at all like this. But that's not all. This is just insane. This is the damage that has been done to us by people who threw us off our horse farm. Well, David was admitted to the hospital and unable to leave. And, you know, if the state of Florida is going to take property away from people, and not even the owner of it, the owner of the property never got notice. No notice at all. The judge took it away, threw us, these mayors all having babies, all of them, because now it looks like Suave and Cadence are pregnant and going to foal in a couple months. So I literally had to hold Miss Karma's foal's head above this kind of water. As she foaled in this water, and this is what the judge did. The judge should be JQC'd over this. She deliberately defaulted and scheduled a trial and defaulted. Well, my husband was admitted to the hospital, and the day after, the only date I could get in to be scheduled for life-saving surgery on an abscess and a tooth that was fractured by a cow trampling me. This is how wet it is out here. The whole place, this right here, this is the puddle here where Miss Karma foaled, and I was sitting in it in 40-degree weather holding that baby's head. That baby right there, her head above water so she didn't drown. Now, this is what the judges of the state of Florida think's okay to do to disabled people. But the ADA, American with Disabilities Act violation by the trial judge was that she did it without a hearing to find out what happened. She intentionally took the notice that my husband was in the hospital out of the record to hide her dirty deed, her misconduct deed of taking property away, putting all these horses, foaling babies in this drowning water. I have autism. I don't have a house to live in anymore. And these judges think this is okay. I have 30,000 pictures and videos of the work I did, my labor giving riding lessons, and that same trial judge and the First District Court of Appeal said that I can be financially exploited out of all my money and I never get paid for the work that I did, even though there's 30,000 pictures and videos that I did this work and the defendant admitted I did the work. Now, if this isn't autism discrimination by judges in the state of Florida, I don't know what is. The minute they heard I had autism, this is what they did to us. Atrocities that they did to us. Abused my family, my autism. If they're going to default somebody and take their farm and home away because that person's in the hospital, boy oh boy, they better tell every northerner snowbird buying property in this state that they're gonna do it, because maybe they don't want to buy their property here. Maybe they don't want to come here as tourists because this is the dirty black eye. This is the public disrepute that the public, the real public, holds the Florida courts in, the First District Court of Appeal and the 8th Judicial Circuit of Florida. Abuse of disabled people. It's a felony in the state of Florida to use deceit, to take property property or labor away from an individual with a disability who's a vulnerable disabled adult. And there's no question with an autism diagnosis that the person is a vulnerable disabled adult. Now, the lawyer for the person who owed the money for all my work admitted to the bankruptcy judge that he had to make something up and put it in there, or I would collect the money I was owed. She said, so it's phony baloney, like fraud? And he said, well, I had to make something up. Okay, that's a felony in the state of Florida. And the First District Court of Appeal and the 8th Judicial Circuit furthered the felony against me. 5 years of my work as an adult with autism who can't get a job anywhere, and the only work I've ever been able to do in my life is a job I create myself, a horse business. Other than that, I can't buy food, I can't pay for my medication, I can't do anything. So this is what the state of Florida did. Thank you, judges, for trying to drown the baby that was being born, but you didn't do it. Because I got out here in 40-degree weather at 2:30 a.m. in the morning and sat in the water, and I held her head above water while she was born so she wouldn't drown. Thanks to you all.